I think I see. Taking it to the streets. No more need for running.
Taking it to the streets.
Yeah, yeah.
Taking it to the streets.
No need for hiding.
Good morning, Unity.
Wow, good morning, Unity. Isn't this amazing? We are jamming in here this morning, and we feel the energy, and we know that you do too. Through Zoom, we feel that heart connection and the joy. So my name is Reverend Cheryl Myers, and I'm just here to welcome you to Unity of Gaithersburg Sunday celebration. So let's take a deep breath together, and let's officially begin our time together in prayer. So wherever you are this morning, I just invite you to take a deep, restoring breath. And that breath just signals to your mind and your physical body that it's time to settle in to stillness and receptivity, to open your mind and your heart to be blessed by spiritual community this morning. And as we open our heart and our mind, what flows forth is our gratitude. In this month of Thanksgiving, we are especially reminded of all we have to be grateful for. And in this moment, I just want to bring to our awareness gratitude for this sacred, beloved community that brings us all together this morning. Grateful for each one of you that are tuning in, grateful for each one of you that are on the chairs here, your images, your light, your presence. So we give thanks for all of our many blessings. Taking one more deep breath. And so it is. Amen. Amen. And so now Edie Crane will come up and share some transformational opportunities with us. Come on up, Edie.
Good morning. Good morning. This week's transformational opportunities are also detailed in our community newsletter. Receive next week's edition by sharing your email with us. This year, we will be partnering with a local nonprofit, A Wider Circle, to provide holiday gifts to families in our community who might not have the financial resources to celebrate the season. Unity of Gaithersburg has been provided with an electronic wish list of toys and toiletry items with a convenient link to shop for them on Amazon and send them directly to A Wider Circle. It's easy to participate from the comfort and safety of our homes. To access the wish list link, check our newsletter and website. This project will end on December 20th. Thank you for joining our Unity of Gaithersburg community in bringing some holiday love and cheer to many of our neighbors this year. Next Sunday, we will start our annual holiday giving tree. where we get to put Unity of Gaithersburg on our Christmas list. Our sanctuary Christmas tree will be decorated with envelopes marked with a specific dollar amount for the general fund or the Campus Rejuvenation Fund. You can also stop by Unity of Gaithersburg to give or participate online. Stay tuned for specific details next Sunday as we prepare to step into the joy of giving this holiday season. Thank you in advance for your generous hearts expressing. Want to delve into the Hebrew Bible? Join Jane McCarthy as she leads a class on overview of the Hebrew Scriptures on Saturdays, starting January 2nd through January 30th from 1 to 3 p.m. on Zoom. This class is offered for a love offering and for SCE credit. To register, go to our newsletter or our website. And remember our other Zoom happenings during this time of no in-person activities. Experience a midweek spiritual boost as Rev Cheryl leads a Wednesday morning meditation at 9 a.m. Hump Day Happy Hour is each Wednesday afternoon from 5 to 6 p.m. And join us for our next prayer circles and experience a spiritual renewal. Our next prayer circles are Monday, December 7th at 7 p.m. and Thursday, December 10th at noon. To join these events, email admin@unityofgaithersburg.org to receive the link or click going on our Facebook page. See you soon. And now Rev Cheryl will come up for a moment to recognize some wonderful folks.
Well, if you tuned in on November 8th for our annual membership meeting, you know that every year we say goodbye to those board members that have served, that we call it kind of rolling off. And then we welcome 2 new beautiful souls that have said yes. So before we welcome these 2 beautiful souls that are here this morning, we want to say a heartfelt thank you to Carol Plummer and Joan Palmer for their sacred, committed service on our Board of Trustees. Joan has served for 5 years, and Carol Plummer has served for 3. And so we just, wherever we are, just give them a hand and say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We love you, and we bless you, and we appreciate you, and we see the light that is you. So now I am going to invite Sharon Doyle and Amanda Thompson up, and this is what's going to happen. I'm going to put my mask back on because I will be in their space. And so a little tradition that we have started here at Unity of Gaithersburg is that we pin our new board members. We are now going steady forever, but they will be serving 3-year terms, but the steady goes forever. So I just want to know that. And John Paul, yeah, I think I am going to ask you, would you noodle just a little? Just noodle a little. And so I'm going to put my mask back on and invite these 2 beautiful souls to come on up.
The light that is you. Thank you so much for saying yes.
And now, let's center ourselves as we reflect together on today's daily word. Our focus, inner purpose. Our affirmation, I live in alignment with my inner purpose. As I begin my day, I center myself in my inner space. I then use the creative power of my thoughts and words to affirm what is mine to do. Yes, I have tasks and responsibilities to carry out, but when I become aware of how and from where I am doing these things, I align with my inner purpose. As I express my gifts and talents, I center those actions in present moment awareness. I become conscious of the ways I am expressing and keep my ego in check. My heartfelt desire is to give freely and joyfully. I share my talents and consciousness to be a blessing. In this joyful service, I see and know more fully the truth of the divine nature of myself and others. Living from my inner purpose, I make a positive impact in the world. I awaken to the true meaning of living consciously and experience the infinite abundance life always is. I create a new earth from the inside out. And from Job 42:2, you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. And now let's prepare for meditation by singing All Is Well.
As I close my eyes and the world disappears, I can feel my breath rise and fall. Oh, there's a light inside that dispels all my fears, and I hear a gentle voice calling. All is well. 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 All is well.
So, right where you are, I invite you to take a deep, restoring breath. And as always, on Sunday mornings, when we move into this time of stillness, I invite you to begin by following the movement of the breath. Follow that movement in and out. Just gently shift your focus away from thoughts, from the physical body, from any external stimuli, and just focus in this moment on the breath and the breath alone, going in and going out. And just notice if your thoughts are pulling your attention away from the breath. That's fine. Just gently, without judgment, with compassion, shift your focus back to the breath as it moves in and moves out. And as you focus on the breath, I invite you to notice your inner space, the space that's created within you as we shift our focus away from the external, away from thoughts, away from how we're feeling, to simply this moment. And for some folks, it's not the breath that provides this awareness. Sometimes it's just simply beholding beauty in the world. Whatever works for you, allow yourself in this time of stillness to awaken to the present moment. Whether it's through using the breath, gazing outdoors to the beauty of nature, bringing gratitude to your heart, whatever tool you have discovered works to support you in being present, call it forth now. And bask in the spaciousness of your inner space. Folks, this is our inner purpose. This is our purpose, to awaken to this present moment. So as we move now into a time of silence, I invite you to center in this present moment in any way that you have found supports you in feeling still inwardly, awake, alive, open, and available. Open to the joy of being. Let's center in that right now in the silence. So I invite you to take a deep breath in. And set a silent intention to stay in this spaciousness of the now moment, where you are fully available to the power of life in its fullness, to where you are fully available to life's joy and prosperity and healing and peace. And silently affirm, I am now in this present moment. I am now in this present moment. Now, now, and now. One more deep breath. How grateful we are for the breath, for this moment, for life. And so it is. Amen.
Singing of tomorrow, I am singing of love. I am singing someday love, throughout this world of ours. I am singing from my heart. Una historia de mañana es una historia de amor. Es una historia que morena por nuestro mundo. Es una historia corazón.
There are songs to make you smile, there are songs to make you sad, but with a happy song to sing, it never seems so bad. To me came this melody, so I've tried to put in words how I feel. Tomorrow will be for you and me.
Let's all sing someday, sweet love will reign
throughout this world of ours. Let's start singing
of love from our hearts. Let's start singing of love from our hearts.
singing.
Of love from our hearts.
That was amazing. Yeah. Well, we are in the joke countdown of Cheryl's favorites, and this is absolutely one of my favorites, and I think it fits in perfectly with our ego and attachment. And of course, it involves little Johnny. You might remember this one. Little Johnny came into the kitchen where his mother was making dinner. And his birthday was coming up, and he thought this was a good time to tell his mother what he wanted. And so, Mom, he said, I want a bike for my birthday. And little Johnny was a bit of a troublemaker. He had gotten into trouble at school and at home, and given this behavior, Johnny's mother asked him if he thought he should get a bike for his birthday. And Johnny, of course, thought he did. Johnny's Christian mother wanted Johnny to reflect on his behavior over the last year. Go to your room, Johnny, and think about how you have behaved this year. Then write a letter to God and tell him why you deserve a bike for your birthday. So little Johnny stomped up the steps to his room and sat down to write God a letter. Letter number 1. Dear God, I have been a very good boy this year, and I would like a bike for my birthday. I want a red one. Your friend Johnny. Johnny knew this wasn't true. He had not been a very good boy this year, so he tore up the letter and started over. Letter number 2. Dear God, this is your friend Johnny. I have been a good boy this year and would like a red bike for my birthday. Thank you. Your friend Johnny. Johnny knew this really wasn't accurate either, so he tore up the letter and started again. Letter number 3. Dear God, I have been an okay boy this year. I still would really like a bike for my birthday. Johnny. Johnny knew he could not send this letter to God either, so Johnny wrote a 4th letter. God, I know I haven't been the best behaved this year. I'm very sorry. I will be better if you just send me a bike for my birthday. Please. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny knew even if it was true that this letter was not going to get him what he wanted. By now, Johnny was getting upset. So he told his mom when he went downstairs that he wanted to go to church. And Johnny's mother thought her plan had worked, as Johnny looked very sad. Just be home in time for dinner, Johnny's mother told him. Johnny walked down the corner to the church on the corner, and little Johnny went into the church and went up to the altar. He looked around to see if anyone was there, and Johnny bent down and picked up a statue of the Virgin Mary. And he slipped it under his shirt and ran out of the church, down the street, into the house, and up to his room. He shut the door to his room and sat down with a piece of paper and a pen, and Johnny began to write his letter to God. Letter number 5. God, I've got your mama. If you want to see her again, send the bike. Signed, you know who. Oh, that's a great example of the ego, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. So here we are. We are on the last Sunday where we are officially delving into Eckhart's book, A New Earth, Awakening to Your Inner Purpose, to Life's Purpose. Notice I said inner purpose. Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. It's been such a deepening and expansive class on Tuesday evenings. And hopefully it's been inspiring to you on Sundays as well. Last week, we talked about inner space. It's that sacred place, space within. Our inner space is the kingdom of heaven. It's the true bliss of being. Our inner space is the stillness that we just experienced in meditation. It's an experience of oneness in the present moment. And again, some of you have shared with me that really the breath sometimes doesn't take you to that place of awareness, but being in nature does. Or petting your cat or your dog. Just a deep love and joy connection with someone or something that you love. That'll do it. Inner space consciousness and who you truly are the same thing. When you consciously breathe, you can feel it. Inner space is always within you. When you're consciously in that space, you're accepting whatever is in the moment. And you are allowing your inner wisdom, your love, your joy, your peace, your wholeness to flow into your awareness, into your being, and into your actions. So Eckhart encourages us to be still, to look, to listen, to be present to our inner space, and let the preciousness of life into your wakeful experience, and notice your full, joy-filled experience. So this past week, were you able to spend some time in the stillness of your being? Were you able to discover the ways you access your inner space? Such as using your breath, or again, nature, beholding something precious and allowing yourself to simply be with it, to behold it without judgment or labeling? Were you able to turn within and simply affirm, I am, and notice the spaciousness that creates? So this supports you in making friends with the present moment. It supports you in really experiencing what your inner space is. Because your inner space is your peaceful haven, folks. It's your inner home. So this week, we're exploring what it takes from us to lay the foundation for a new earth, a new consciousness, heaven on earth, which is completely possible, folks. And we're the ones to have it happen. And what we're talking about here, yes, we're talking about a global new earth. And we're also talking about a new earth in your life experience, in your corner of the world. Because what we know is that when you experience a new earth in your life, because you are a part of the whole, it's going to ripple out to the collective. So we're creating this together. And so he talks about a major part of unfolding a new earth is to discover your inner and your outer purpose. You know, so many of us search and search and search for meaning in our lives. What is my purpose? What am I here for? And sometimes we look externally to a role or a job or a lifestyle to do the trick. But Eckhart says our true primary life purpose cannot be found out here. It does not concern itself with what you do, but with what you are, your state of consciousness. See, our lives have an inner purpose and an outer purpose. Inner purpose is primarily about our being. Outer purpose is how that inner being shows up. Outer purpose is how our inner being outpictures. Our inner purpose, according to Eckhart, first and foremost, is to awaken. That's it. Check the box. That's easy, right? Right, I know. The purpose of humanity is to awaken, but it sounds easy. But it sounds simple, but it's not always easy. Let's put it that way. What does awakening mean? According to Eckhart, it's about our ability to separate our thoughts from our awareness. Because when we don't, we're living in a dream state. We're asleep to all that we are in an illusion, where we live from our unhappy stories, where our thoughts and our feelings rule us. So instead of being lost in our thinking, which is so often the case, when we are awake, we can see and observe our thoughts, we can witness them, and then they lose their power. When we become aware of our thoughts and the awareness behind the thoughts no longer are the boss. They become subservient to our awareness. When we awaken, we can access our inner space, and that's what Eckhart calls presence, formless attention. And when from that space, oh my goodness, there's freedom. We're free to choose consciously from that awakened space and allow our inherent wisdom to inform our choices. Our outer purpose then becomes an expression of that awakened state. And folks, that's the foundation for creating a new earth. When we are in an awakened state, we're in the present moment, and there is no greater power than being in the present moment. And now you know that when you're in anxiety or stress or worry, that you're not in that awakened state. You are not in the moment. But remember that when you are in the present moment, you have access to the power of life itself. There is no greater place to be. And I was reminded, and Eckhart used the same verse from Jesus' Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 6. He says, "Therefore I say unto you, be not anxious for your life, what you shall eat or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body, what you shall put on. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. Yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. But if God doth so clothe the grass of the field, shall he not much more clothe ye, O ye of little faith?" So first of all, Jesus was pointing out how nature is a powerful example of how infinite intelligence always is flowing and at work. This intelligence is the creative power of the universe. So when we become aligned with our intelligence and put our faith there, our intelligence, meaning infinite intelligence, the intelligence that we are, we don't have to worry because we're going to evolve, we're going to thrive, we're going to prosper. We can and will call forth a new earth, a new consciousness, a new way of living from awareness and connection that outpictures from the unmanifest to the manifest. Folks, what he's talking about here, Jesus is talking about the creative process. And I know I've been here over 5 years, and you have probably heard me say this over 500 times. Life is consciousness. And that's what Jesus is teaching once again. That when we are worried and when we are stressed, we are going to create that experience in our lives. But when we are in that awakened place, in that faith-filled knowing of our inner space and in present moment awareness, we will create an awakened experience in the outer. And so Eckhart talks about how we do that, how we can be in action from that awakened place. And he calls it awakened doing. And he said there are 3 modalities of awakened doing. And he calls it acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm. Because whenever we're awake and taking an action in acceptance, we're saying that in this moment, whatever it requires, I am doing what is mine to do willingly. I am surrendered and at peace. And that peace and surrender turns into joy because you've made the present moment the focal point of your life instead of wanting and striving and having an agenda. You know, you've had those moments when you're accepting what is, you're just in that beautiful flow because you're awake and you're mindful and you're conscious. The ego is completely in check. And we'll all have more joy in our lives when we engage in any task fully present. Because really, folks, it isn't the task that's making us joyful, but the connection and aliveness you feel because we are in alignment with presence. We are doing from our inner space, from what we truly are. Then it becomes much easier to be excited and enthusiastic about what we're doing, become more inspired. Your vibrational frequency is high. It's only when we start being stressed out and anxious that our vibrational frequency lowers. See, enthusiasm and the ego cannot coexist. So when we step into the actions required to call forth a new earth, we get to accept and surrender to what is, which allows us to really enjoy what we're doing, whatever it is. And when we combine our acceptance and enjoyment with the vision for the kind of world in which we want to live, we cannot help but be enthusiastic about what we're creating. This vision is already a reality within you, or you couldn't have it. And then our faculty of zeal. Oh, I love zeal. Zeal is that divine motivator. Kicks in and translates the inner into the outer. And remembering these words from Jesus, and we've heard these several times, but I love to put it in this context. Jesus is quoted as saying, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have believed it and it will be yours. Whatever you ask, whatever you hold in your knowing. Not from the ego, from aligning with your inner space. Then it will unfold. I believe that we are being called to live knowing, folks. We live knowing as we align with our inner purpose and we hold faith and we hold knowing of what is ours to do, and we move forward with acceptance and joy and enthusiasm, and we create a new earth globally and individually. Oh, it sounds juicy, doesn't it? Yeah? Oh, I miss an audience sometimes. So, folks, let's jump on the new earth train. Let's continue to practice being in the moment, accepting what is. Basking in our inner space, let's make friends with the present moment. And live from an awareness of our inner space. That's our purpose. Our inner purpose is to awaken, and folks, our outer purpose will flow forth with ease and joy and prosperity from that knowing and that claiming. Let's awaken to our true nature, folks, and make choices in how we are being and doing from that wholeness and peace to manifest our new world. We can be it, we can do it, and folks, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are. So let's affirm together. I live from my inner purpose, from that consciousness, wherever I am and whatever I do. I create a new earth. Yes, we do, and so it is.
Thank you. That was uplifting and amazing, as usual. And now it's time to give from our unlimited abundance and open hearts. Thank you for going to our website or our newsletter to give your gifts online. Here is some prosperity wisdom from The Answer Is You by Michael Beckwith. We don't have to cultivate a consciousness of abundance. We have only to discover what is already ours. All the qualities required for living a purposeful life, a life that makes us a beneficial presence on the planet, are already ours. As we each give, we affirm this offering blessing together. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful. Thank you so much.
There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend. There's a new world coming, This one's coming to an end. There's a new voice calling. You can hear it if you try. And it's growing stronger with each day that passes by. There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend. There's a new world coming. This one's coming to an end. There's a new voice calling. You can hear it if you try. And it's growing stronger with each day that passes by. There's a brand new morning, rising clear and sweet and free. There's a new day dawning that belongs to you and me. Yes, a new world coming, the one we've had vision of. Coming in peace, coming in joy, coming in love. Coming in peace, coming in joy, coming in love.
Oh, it's coming, and we are the change. It's very exciting to think about and to know and to claim. So, in this moment, wherever you are, join hands with those that are with you, and let's sing our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant
Have a beautiful week creating a new earth. Bless you.
You don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell. You don't know my kind in your world, but fairly soon the time will tell. You
Telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the streets.
taking it,
Taking it to the streets.
taking it to the street.